This is absolutely. He's our home.
You're setting sail with First Mate Nikki,
Captain Dale, and our ship's dog, Amity. Welcome aboard.
Over the past few sails, we became concerned about the lifespan of our headsail. We took it to a local sail loft which recommended reasonable repairs. We just needed to give them a few weeks to complete them. Since we couldn't go sailing, we gave ourselves a break from boat projects and booked a stay on San Juan Island for a little land tour. We thought it would be fun to explore parts of the island we can't reach by boat. The drive included 2 ferries, one across Puget Sound and another through the San Juan Islands to Friday Harbor.
We turned our long weekend into a lighthouse tour. The first stop was at Kiln Point. Built in 1919, the Kiln Point Lighthouse overlooks Hare Strait, with British Columbia defining the horizon. From Lime Kiln on the west side of San Juan Island, we took a scenic drive to Cattle Point on the southeast corner.
Cattle Point Lighthouse was constructed in 1935, but a navigational lantern has displayed on this point since 1888. Today, a bald eagle sits on display, overlooking the Strait of Juan de Fuca, with spectacular views of Cattle Pass, the Cascade Mountain Range, the Olympic Mountains, and the Pacific Ocean, just past the sunset. The trip home began with a ferry back to Anacortes.
Then we turned the journey into a loop by crossing the Deception Pass Bridge onto Whidbey Island. We stopped at Deception Pass State Park to get a good look at the historic bridge we had just driven over. And to catch some snowflakes on the beach. We drove south along Whidbey's long spine to our third lighthouse, Admiralty Head Light. The light we see today was built by the Army Corps of Engineers in 1903, but a light structure has led mariners safely past this point since 1861. We took the ferry across Admiralty Inlet to the famous port town of, well, Port Townsend, and then drove across Hood Canal, home to Absolutely.
Okay, here we go, Poulsbo. First snow of the year. Let's see what tomorrow morning brings.
Here's what it brought.
Well, a lonesome man a long way from the town that I call home, and I caused a little trouble along the way. Was it the women or the wine that caused me to lose my mind? Either way, I think I lost my way. And I'm dancing on the rim of the world, and I don't mind if you join me for a two-step or three. Living on the edge, and I don't mind.
With Absolutely cleaned off, it was time for a wintry walk.
Come on, baby, dance with me. I headed west on that road till it didn't go no more. That wouldn't stop me anyway. Went up to that place where the mountains meet the sky, and that nighttime rolls right in the day. I miss the mountains of Appalachia, miss the colors of the fall, miss the maple syrup as it drips from the trees. I miss that sweet corn liquor most of all. And I'm dancing on the rim of the world, and I don't mind if you join me for a two-step or three. Living on the edge, and I don't mind. Come on, baby, dance with me. Come on, baby, dance with me.
Someone is warm and cozy.
We explored a new beach on Hood Canal and realized it was great for clamming. We didn't come prepared for clamming, but sailors know how to improvise, so we made do with what we found in the truck.
Yeah, he's digging in. Look, Mickey.
He's backing in.
Well, you wouldn't want to, you want to be able to get out. What are you doing?
Looking for dinner.
Okay, there's our crab. Can hardly see him.
And I'll be dancing on the rim of the world.
Find another good one? Yum.
Two-step or three. Living on the edge, and I don't mind. Come on, baby, dance with me.
One of those cabins belongs to a friend's family. He grew up digging for oysters and clams on their beach. Can you imagine harvesting seafood right out of your door? Back on the boat, Nikki worked her culinary magic into this incredible clam linguine.
We got our headsail back, and the engine passed an hour-long sea trial, so it was time for a shakedown. Our shakedown took us 9 nautical miles south to Illahee State Park. We cast off at 3 p.m. and motored in dead calm waters, passing Brownsville to starboard and Bainbridge Island to port.
We hooked a mooring ball, then relaxed in the cockpit and waited for the tide to drop before we took Amity ashore. We are out for 2 nights, so we have tomorrow to explore the park. This shore leave was just to stretch our legs a bit.
That's a big tree.
That is a big tree. After a hearty pancake breakfast, we rode to shore for beach time and a forest hike.
When it's cold outside, change it inside, sister. You don't step too heavy on broken glass. And if it don't feel good and the vibe gets nasty, come on back to where the love is at.
Oh, you're a good dog. Okay, you ready? You ready? Here we go.
Change it inside. Keep your flame alive. Change it inside. Oh, you burn so bright.
Yep, taking off in the water.
Why you doing that thing again? Didn't you learn from the pain? You treat others the way you wanna be treated, but they don't do you.
We were lucky to spot an owl and a bald eagle in the uplands.
Change it inside. Keep your flame alive.
But back on the beach, we looked north to clouds hanging wet and heavy in the sky.
Oh, you burn so bright.
We returned to Absolutely just before the rain began. And once it cleared, we were in for a treat.
When it's cold outside,
For dinner,
change it
Nikki made a
inside,
tasty
sister.
homemade pizza.
You don't step too heavy on broken
You gotta
glass.
love boat life on days like this.
And if it don't feel good and the vibe gets nasty, come on back to where the love is at. Change it inside.
The return north was 2.5 hours of gentle downwind sailing, with great mountain views along the way.
Change it inside. Oh,
absolutely treated us well on this shakedown. After 3 months refitting, cleaning, and updating, we are finally ready to cruise. Thanks for watching our new adventure, and a few comments about the music you heard. I got to be the drummer in a really great band called the Moon Mountain Ramblers, and that first song you heard is a Ramblers tune called Hare That Bit the Dog, written by our great mandolinist, Joe Schulte. The second song is by Blackstrap. Now, Blackstrap came into my studio and recorded a couple albums, and I got to know these great guys. That song by Blackstrap is Dancing on the Rim, and it's by their banjo player, Steve Arnold. The last song you heard is called Change It Inside, and it is written by Brent Allen, and again, I was fortunate enough to be the hand drummer with these great players, Brent Allen and his funky friends. So thank you again for watching. We hope you loved it. If so, hit the like button down below, and please subscribe, and we look forward to seeing you at our next adventure. Don't forget to get on.